This is the first time we're ever getting a Lego set specifically based off of Spider-Man, well, the Spider-Verse movies, except, well, I mean, not from Into the Spider-Verse, but this is from Across the Spider-Verse, the second movie in what's supposed to be a trilogy. However, the third movie doesn't seem to be coming out anytime soon, but we finally have a set for Spider-Verse, which is just something that they should have done years ago, and for some reason they're only doing it now, and for some reason there's only one set. Like, Lego, what are you doing? Stop making those stupid mechs and construction figures. Do more sets like this, because this is awesome. Something Lego hasn't done for the set boxes, at least where I'm at, is showing the piece count, which this set has 375 pieces of, and this is Miles Morales versus the Spot. The back of the box just frames the set in a different way, just shows you the interior a little bit, and some alternates you could do for the characters, and even shows you some of the play features. You can even see little Spider-Man logo there in the corner, which is a nice touch, and even have a little detail on the side of the box with one of the Spot's portals, which I think is a really cool. Opening the set will give you this plastic bag for some special pieces, I guess, in the set that they've packaged separately, and then a bunch of paper bags to go along, which contains the rest of your build. Here you get 3 of them here. Folded sticker sheet, that's not good. That's a lot of stickers. Hold up, this is a lot of stickers. Oh my god. And then we have you got 2 instruction booklets. That's nice. This is a new and exclusive Miles Morales for this new Spider-Verse lineup of sets. Well, I mean, it's not really a lineup of sets because this is the only set it's based off of. Hopefully we get more though. But yeah, this is a great looking design. And when I first saw the rendered pictures where it had like this weird blue on it, at first I honestly didn't really like it, but it actually looks pretty good here. I don't know how accurate it is though, compared to the actual movie. Like, I don't remember there being this much blue on the torso, which you can see actually does carry on to the back. There's also a bit of like scaling details even on the back of the head, and even on the torso a little bit, just to make it look a little bit different than how he is in the other, like, just regular Spider-Man sets. But yeah, this is honestly a great figure, and I really love how it turned out. He even does come with his own head, which is awesome that they include with an exclusive face print, and I believe a new hairpiece also, which I think is pretty awesome, and it looks like Miles Morales, and it looks great. And I love that they even give this alternate face where it recreates his iconic "Hey." Next up is Spider-Gwen here, which is actually also new and exclusive. It's quite different than what we see in the other Spider-Man sets. Well, maybe not quite different, but there is a bit of changes that they made. I believe the face print is the same, so is the hood. But the torso is a bit different. They changed the hand colors, and they also added a bit of the scaling detail as well that we also saw on Miles Morales. The printing on the back is relatively standard also. And yeah, it does honestly kind of lack the detail that the regular Spider-Gwen that we've been getting from before has. Like, I kind of prefer the torso of that one a lot more than this, because this one just seems a bit too plain. The other one just had a bit more detailing, like especially on the shoulders here, which now they kind of just whited out. But there used to be a lot more detailing on there. Here, it just looks a bit kind of plain to me. But yeah, maybe that's just how it's supposed to look. I'm not quite sure at this point. I haven't seen Spider-Verse in quite a while, so yeah. They also include another head and hairpiece for her as well, but it's not as great as Miles, which it doesn't have like a accurate face print or hair to her, because, you know, she has a bit of a distinct hairstyle in the movies, and yeah, this one just doesn't really capture it too much. I don't mind the face print that much. It's the Hermione face print that they use, which I think resembles Gwen quite decently. It's just the hairpiece that I think just doesn't really fit. Here's Jeff Davis, Miles' dad. He's in his cop outfit because that's what he is in the movie, and this is a great costume that they got for him. I think this is exclusive also in terms of the prints as well. They gave him a new face print also, which is great. It looks like him. That's awesome. I'm glad they didn't cut corners with this one, even if it's just a relatively, I wouldn't say minor character, but like, you know, he's not one of the main guys, but I'm still glad that they put effort on him. It feels great getting another Spider-Man villain that isn't Venom or a Venomized version of a character we've seen so many times before. We have the Spot here, which is great. And yeah, very accurate to how he appears in Across the Spider-Verse. I love all the printing on him, even on the face, it just looks great. I love the little lines that they do to kind of just accentuate like the belly that he kind of has. in the movie. And even though there's no side arm and leg printing, which would have been cool to see like more spots on, I think what we have here is more than good enough, and I think it's actually very great. And yeah, hopefully we see more villains, especially from Spider-Verse or just from the Marvel universe in general. I mean, we should get Kingpin, get Scorpion, we could get Tombstone. Like, come on, there's so much they could do, especially with this new Spider-Verse line. They should just go all out. They also give extra accessories for your spider people in the set. They give a bit of these web pieces. We have this like connecting like web shooter like piece for Miles here, and they also give this like big net web piece that they introduced also last year, which is a really cool piece. It's a bit of a rubber design that you can actually connect to his little holding piece here. You can also connect it to this little pin, which connects to like a certain part of the set that you will see later on. Then they also give this like long little newer style of the spider web, slung spider web piece, which is a bit of a harder rubber that they introduced also last year. It's a lot different than the more stringy one that we've been getting for quite a while now. So this is great to see more accessories included, because it just adds to the scene, and just, you know, extra pieces just really add more, and it's fun. It's great to get that. I should probably mention that Lego wants you to pay $55 for this set, and yeah, let's go see if these small builds are really worth that. So here is the cop car, which is honestly a lovely looking build. Like, I love how it turned out. It's very small, it's very cute, very compact, but it's just a very nice build in general. Like, I love how smoothed out everything looks. Like, just look at how it looks from the top. There's like no studs except the ones here for the roof, which they did really well. Like, I love how they do these windows here. I like the little tint that they gave. I like how they smoothed out the hood here, and you can see how they do the headlights. It's a very light build and a very easy one. You can see it just rolls across the table pretty well. You can see how they did the little trunk here, which doesn't pop up or anything, but it looks really good for what it is. There's no car plate here though, which is pretty weird, but whatever. Maybe they're not supposed to have a car plate, I don't know. But yeah, there's this side mirrors here, and then I like how they built the top of the roof here, which you can just take off. They use this new piece, I believe, which is like this new like clip piece with like a stud on top. It's like a circular piece, so it's actually really interesting. I like how they did that. And inside there's a spot for your minifigure, and then just a little driver's seat. One thing I absolutely dislike and I find very unacceptable, especially for $55, is the fact that the stickers just don't match the color of the white. Like, you could just see how different it looks. It's the same on the other side. They should have just printed it, because they've been able to do it long before the set even came out, and they definitely have the money to do it. So once again, for $55, I don't know why they didn't print it. Like, if all of the stickers here were printed and it was $55, I wouldn't mind it that much. But let's see if this other build makes the set worth $55, which is the Deli. This is where Miles Morales first fights the Spot in the opening of Across the Spider-Verse, and you can see that all of these printed, or what appear to be printed, details are all stickers. Literally everything from this circle thing to all of these stupid small tile pieces here, and then even the big tiles up here, and even this little bit here. I don't know what this is meant to be, but there's a Miles Morales sticker on here that says ice on it. I guess it's like an ice box or like a fridge. I actually have no idea what this is. There's this little vent area in the bottom, which you can see actually moves a little bit. It plays into a feature that you'll see later on. There's this, it's sort of like a cornerstone building, or not cornerstone, like it's a corner building, just by how the door is angled there. You can see which it opens up just like that. But yeah, let's just take a look at the other details on the outside first. There's this air conditioning unit here, which is pretty cool. I like that build actually, that looks really nice. There's this ATM sign here, which is a sticker, a very ugly sticker. It doesn't match the colors. None of the stickers here actually really match the colors too well of the pieces, and they should have printed that obviously. There's a sign here that says Deli. Should have been printed, especially because it's a circular tile. They could definitely do it obviously, and it just kind of like, it's hard to align. Like, you can see how I did it. It's kind of not super aligned, like it's kind of off to the side. You can see that there's a window peering into the build, which is not much when you go onto the inside. It's pretty small and pretty tight. There's not much space for minifigures. But I actually want to bring up something really interesting here. There are these Technic pins here on this side and on the one out here, which could suggest like a connection to other sets maybe just like from other Spider-Man sets or even from Spider-Verse, which would be really cool to see. So far, there's nothing that was revealed or announced yet, so hopefully this does get addressed at some point. But let's just take a look at some of the interior bits here, which isn't much. So we have this like shelf here, the ATM machine, a couple stickers here. I think this is like a security camera part there, which is a awful sticker. They should have printed that because it's pretty annoying to put on. There's the ATM thing here, which is actually pretty cool. I like it. I like that build. This tile here is stickered, which I freaking hate. Like, it's so annoying to a land, like, especially like on these really small pieces. Same with this one here that says game over. That is all stickered, and that is terrible. This is the cashier, which is very tight on too, which has a $100 bill piece on. Moving up top, you can actually see portals for the spot for him to go through. And there's these action posing pieces, which we see a lot in like minifigure series and stuff, where you can have him sort of jump through his portals here, which are just connected to the wall. And then there's this like roof bit here, which isn't really much. You could probably have your minifigure stand there for sure. And then on the top here, there's these little tile pieces, which I think might also like suggest like maybe there's going to be another building, like a roof expansion that you could put on top. These are the exact same pieces that they use for like modular buildings and stuff that they have roofs for. Just these small little tiles there. That way it makes it easier to remove. So yeah, I think this does call for an expansion set, which would be pretty interesting to get, and honestly really great. Oh, and then going back to this little vent feature that I said, you can actually push into that and it'll launch the ATM out of the wall. Last thing here, I want to bring up this hole in the wall where you can have a spider web that we saw earlier just slap on there, which is pretty awesome. I love it that we're getting a Lego Spider-Verse set after so long. I think it's very much long overdue. There should be a lot more sets. There should be a whole wave of Spider-Verse sets. Like, you could get so many cool new villains and superheroes and just cool builds that you can add to the city like this one. And I like it that there's sort of like a tease that there's like you can expand the set with these Technic holes and those little pieces on top, which I hope they do more of next year, which they sort of did with like Lego City sets, where they had like connecting pieces that you can make your city out of, which is pretty cool. So I hope they do that here for the next coming Marvel sets, which is pretty nice. Although I don't think that this build is worth $55 at all. Like, I think this is too small. The cop car is a good build though. I think the minifigures are all good, but this is just too small for me for 55. Like, you barely get an interior. Like, it's pretty small. This could be like a $40 or even $30 set in my opinion. Like, they should have expanded this like a lot further. Like, I know in the scene that this is based off of, there was like a whole line of shelves where they started fighting. They should have done that. They should have included that just to, like, you know, make it more worth it. But yeah, with what we have here, I think it's just too small. But yeah, that's just how I feel. Let me know what you guys think of the set in the comments. Don't forget to destroy the subscribe button and the like button, and I will see you in the next videos.